What do you think is the worst place to take a girl out on a date at?
The worst place to take a girl out on a date, I would say, like as an official date, man, I would honestly say like just something that she doesn't like, such as if I take a girl out on a first date to like a motorcycle race, you can be like, huh? Like, I mean, it's just kind of awkward, but you just want to get her, you just want to take her to a place that's that she can feel comfortable at. You can have some good combo and everything. Just don't take her out to any kind of place you can, you know. I'm not saying don't take her out to McDonald's. Hey, you might be broke that day. You might be feeling some Big Macs or something. Hey, but as long as you're both communicating well and having that good charisma, I don't see why.
Should guys always pay on the first date, including gas?
Man, dude, guys should always pay. But it's different when you're like husband and wife, because it's both in the same account, so it's coming out. But I always, because I'm a server anyway, and I always give a bill to the man, no matter what. Guys should always pay.
Yeah, you took it back. How do you feel about divorce? Should it be outlawed, like as an illegal? Should they have like restrictions on it, or should just keep it as it is?
Divorce, I mean, sometimes relationships don't work out, or something happens to cause a divorce. But I mean, it's just a sad thing to go through, especially when kids are involved. But it depends. Some people divorce on good terms. Some people have bad blood on some bad terms. You just never know. But I think it should be a restriction for how many times you get married and divorced, because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I mean, you should always just don't fall in love too quick. Always try to work things out if you can.
Why do you think a lot of pretty girls decide to lower their standards, and why? What I mean by that is, like, it's usually an intelligent girl that's really pretty, that's going to college, doing shit with her life, and she dating a guy who's doing the opposite of that, who's not doing shit, and he's like thug ass nigga.
Oh, well, I can elaborate on that. Like, a lot of girls feel like they can fix a lot of guys. Like, oh, I can fix him. You know, he's gonna do better if I date him and all this good stuff. But I mean, sometimes opposite attract. Like, some girls want a sorry dude. I don't know why, but they just want a sorry guy. It just depends. But I mean, I just need to lower the standards sometimes with guys, because if they have such high standards, they may seem really stuck up. The standards are so high, and you gotta face reality. Okay, I gotta lower them a little bit, so that's why.
Would you ever consider dating a muscular chick?
No.
Why?
I want to be the most muscular. I can't have a broad wife. That's kind of scary. No, I'm okay.
Is it possible for you to stay single? I mean, stay single as long as you want without flirting or hooking up with any girl that comes your way?
Hooking up, probably yeah, but I mean, my personality is real flirty, so flirting I'm gonna have to go no. Because I mean, if I see a good looking girl, I'm gonna stop her and say, hey, how you doing? Especially if I see her every day. That's how I am. Real nice girl.
Are you acceptable of women who smoke?
No, that's one of the key turn off for me is smoking. I'm not like women who
Why?
smoke. It's just nasty, man. Because I don't smoke. I don't want to kiss you and make out with you and taste smoke. It's nasty.
Would a woman with a sex change bother you?
Yes.
And it's been removed and everything?
It's very. I couldn't know it very.
So no post-op?
No. I used to be a guy.
Used to be.
No, get away from me. Dude, get away from me.
Okay. Do you ever / have you ever felt the need to impress a girl?
I mean, just the way I present myself, you always kind of get that impression that you want to impress. Because you never know who's looking. You always want to dress nice. Always have a good haircut, and stay fit. Because you never know who's always looking. But yeah, I mean, especially like you're starting to talk to a girl who has an interest, you most likely want to impress her if you really like her. So yeah, I would say yes sometimes.
Okay. Do you ever feel bad about looking at a woman who you know is already involved with somebody you know, like your friend or a family or a classmate?
Just kind of looking at her like, man, she's pretty, or like, she fine?
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, like, I mean, I still look. Nothing wrong with looking. Just look. If you say something like that, it's messed up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nothing wrong with looking.
Have you or did you ever decide to try and ask out a woman who you know is comfortable being lesbian, just trying to get her to switch sides?
No, I hadn't been nothing like that. But
Why?
I'm like, nah, I just never try to go out that range. That ballpark, let that alone.
What is your technique on asking out a woman whom you just met, like a stranger? What's the first thing you say to her?
I just get myself acquainted. Hey, how you doing? And just start randomly talking to her. I mean, essentially, if I talk to her every day and start seeing her a lot, just kind of get yourself acquainted and things go from there.
Okay. In your opinion, what is the nicest thing you could ever say to a girl your age?
Nicest thing I ever say. Nicest thing I ever said or I can ever say.
The nicest thing you could ever say.
Nice thing I can ever say is like how but just by seeing them, it just brighten up my day. I think that's like how I can put it in different ways, but that's one of the nicest things I can ever say.
Hey. Three more. How would you feel if your woman would have changed her style, cut off a large portion of her hair, stop wearing makeup, gain a lot of weight, and just stop being the sexy she used to be? What would you do in that situation?
Oh man, it'd be bad. I'd kind of throw out hints and signs like, hey, especially when you cut off your hair, that's just crazy. It's different if you cut it. If you shave it, that's just crazy. I couldn't deal with that. I don't know what to say.
Why?
Ugh. I mean, I understand when you get like 40 or 45, you're gonna gain some weight, but not just like, when you start hitting 250, getting sloppy, like, okay, it's that time to start doing some sit-ups. I mean, I'm gonna get fat. I already know it, because I've been fat. I'm gonna get fat when I hit about 35, 40, maybe so. I don't know.
Do you think women can get addicted to pornography just like men can get addicted to it? Why?
Of course, they're the ones that make it.
Well, you know how most girls are like, I don't watch that nasty stuff.
Yeah, whatever. When you really get to know them, you're like, hey, fuck, quick, I see something in this porno, I want to try it out. Oh, okay. But yeah, it's vice versa. It's both ways.
That's right. Like, yeah, I see something in this porno, let's go watch it. Yeah, these two dudes are fucking. Are you comfortable with telling a woman about your deep personal problems, including your past?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, if it's especially like my wife, of course. I mean, it's just more like I was saying earlier about being more your best friend. That involves that, and that's how that chemistry comes up. And see if you can relate or not relate. Just depends on them. So, but yeah, that's one of the keys of having chemistry is to tell them your problems. But just don't tell the girl you've been dating. Don't tell them everything. But if you're having a bad day, and tell them why, and they can accomplish it.
Okay. Last question. In general, it's like two questions. In general, what does the word love mean to you? And in one word, how would you describe love?
Love means to me is what. Love to me is what.
Speak up.
Love to me is what you don't usually do for everybody. It's not just in ways of affection. It's in ways of caring and being there and showing people that you're there for them. And I say love is precious. Put it like that.
So one word is precious.
Precious, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. What is your type and why?
My type of guys are guys that got something going for themselves. They have to have something going for themselves because I have something going for myself. I'm in college, I work, I go to school, so I can't really mess with a guy that doesn't have nothing going for themselves, because in a relationship, I feel like a man's supposed to be a leader. So if he's going to lead me, he has to be doing something with himself so I can be able to follow. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever got the feeling of putting on makeup or dressing really sexy just in order to get a guy's attention?
No, I never got the feel of having to dress up or put makeup on. I do it because I like to do it, not because I feel like that's going to attract the guy. Because I feel like with or without makeup, whether I'm dressed or not, I still can attract the guy because I have a nice personality.
Okay. In your opinion, why do you think some girls choose to sleep around?
I feel like some girls choose to sleep around because maybe they've been hurt in the past and they don't want to let their feelings get into relationships. Or maybe some girls are just gullible and they believe everything a guy says.
Okay. Have you or did you ever choose to date someone in your friend zone?
Huh?
Have you or did you ever choose to date someone in your friend zone?
I never chose to date no one in my friend zone because I would never want to mess up a relationship with me and my friend, because I know like when you date somebody, you guys have dating problems. So I'll never date somebody that I'm close with. I'll just be friends with them because I wouldn't want to mess up my friend relationship with them.
Okay. Can a person be born homosexual? Why not?
I feel like a person can be born homosexual. It's all about what you grow up around and like who you hang around and like what is your family like what do they like what they do. I don't feel like you can be born homosexual.
Okay. How do you feel about abortions?
I am not with abortions. I'm against abortions. I feel like a girl should only be able to get abortion if she's been raped or if like she didn't want to have sex but it was forced. Other than that, I feel like if you lay down with somebody and you don't use protection, that's your fault because you know what you're doing. So I don't believe in abortion.
Okay. Do you think gay marriage should be accepted all over the U.S.?
I feel like gay marriage should be accepted because I feel like everyone should be happy. Like, if you want to date a girl, I feel like you should be able to date a girl. If you want to date a man, you should be able to date a man. Now, if you're a Christian, you're not supposed to do it, but I feel like everyone has the right to be happy either way it goes. And I feel like God is going to accept you for who you are. So, everyone should just be happy.
Is it hard or easy for you to recognize if a guy is just trying to get into your pants? You know, just trying to hit it with it?
It's easy for me to recognize because I have a lot of older brothers and they taught me the whole little, you know, get down. I see how my brothers do females. I mean, sometimes it can be hard when a guy's like telling you this and this and that, but I feel like it's more easy for me because I'm in a relationship, so it's just like, I just don't listen to really what guys have to say, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it just depends on who you are and what you've been through, and like if you have older brothers or cousins that's telling you stuff, because it's a lot of girls out here who don't have like older siblings and relatives to let them know like a guy just want to get in your pants, and maybe some girls is not like close to their mothers or their dads, so they really don't know, so they probably believe that everything a guy says. So I feel like it just depends on where you at with people in your life.
If one was elected president, do you think there would be any more war going on? If one were elected president?
No, I don't think there'll be no more war going on.
Stereotypical question.
It just would, yeah, it would just depend on the thought of the woman. Like, you can't really call that.
Do you ever feel discomfort, you know, or nervous about when you knowing that not just the good-looking guys look at you, but also the unattractive, ugly guys look at you also?
I'm not judgmental and I don't judge people. So if like a non-attractive person that I'm not attracted to looks at me or gives me a compliment, I you know, say thank you, or you know, I won't ignore that person. It doesn't really make me feel uncomfortable, and it don't make me feel uncomfortable. It only makes me feel uncomfortable when I dress how I want to dress and I get negativity, like a boy may be like, oh damn, look at that ass or something like that, and it made me feel uncomfortable. But other than that, when somebody comes at me politely and lets me know like my attire is looking good, then I acknowledge that.
Okay. What do you think is a good defense in order to prevent sexual violence? Like, what do you think is a good way to prevent rape from even happening?
I feel like you can't prevent rape. It's all in what the rape is all in his mind. Like, you just can't prevent it. Like, you can not come out late at night, or you can dress right, but you can even dress right and come out in the daytime and it still can happen. So you have no call. It's whatever happens. Like, you can't call that.
Do you believe that life is easier for men?
It depends. It really depends, because it can be and it cannot be. I feel like a lot of women can get away with a lot of stuff because women is just women and like beautiful and looks and all that type of stuff. But I feel like if a guy can kind of do it, but I can't really call that. No.
I mean, we have easier things and women have like a lot of problems.
Well,
some of those guys, you think it's easy for women?
It varies, I would say.
No reason to pack the steel on the block.